Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the worst fucking podcast you've ever heard. Both Mikes.
Hey everybody, welcome to Both Mikes.
Hey guys, Both Mikes is a show about nothing and everything. That over there is Mike Sofka.
That over there is Mike Taylor, and together we are Both Mikes.
Both Mikes, yes we are. Welcome to show number 148 of Both Mikes. We are a podcast that can be heard anywhere podcasts can be found. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, bothmikes.com, where we have a merch page, and we need to feed little people. So
we're gonna come out with a Christmas shirt. I'm telling you, we're gonna do the Angry Santa Christmas shirt. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make it happen somehow.
Make it happen.
All
Sounds good.
All right. So
cool.
What's going on? What's new?
Nothing. Nothing and everything. Yeah. Busy at work all week. You know, it's been interest rates are going up, so the interest in mortgages is going down. And it's been crazy slow in comparison to what it's been over the summer, you know, to the point where I was working over 40 hours a week and I would come in to like 50 emails in the morning, like, holy crap. And just lightning fast speed. And it has just stopped.
Is this going to cost people jobs, you think?
I'm fearing that, buddy. I'm fearing it, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
That's for sure. But what's kind of cool about it is with a smaller pipeline, I'm actually able to make some other bonuses.
Yeah, perfect.
Because it's slower. So, you know,
if you're going to slow down, you might as well make money on what you got.
Yeah, but that's going to be short-lived also. I work with one basic account executive, and he works with a lot of people in Colorado and Arizona and California. And he just had a baby, so he's been out for 2 weeks. So like there's a two-week gap of like nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I need some new files, you know, kind of got to make sure that my existence continues at work. So it's yeah.
You can't just show up and create a few files and act like you got to shuffle some papers around. Oh, look how busy I am over here.
Yeah,
busy.
It doesn't matter because no one's watching. You know, it's the number there at the end of the month. That's what they're looking at. You know, and what's coming in and what's going out the other end. So, he's back now from baby watch, and it's starting to pick up a little bit again. You know, so I'm hoping that to be able to justify my existence. So, gotta get through. You know, I'm just counting the days, dude. I think I'm at like 42 days to vacation. So.
Wow.
So yeah, is that bad? Is that bad that I'm counting down how many days I have till vacation?
Yeah. You know, it's like I've seen people at their office or at their home. They have a calendar. Do you have a calendar hanging up somewhere in the house?
No. Well, in the house, yes, we do. We have several for several
you
different reasons.
You put an X or a line through the day after it's come.
Oh, I don't do any of that. I
All
right there, dude.
Wow.
43 days. And that's for when the ship leaves. We're actually getting to Honolulu.
To me, that's almost like you see that on movies and stuff when they're in prison. They put a tally up on the wall of how many days or whatever. So that means your life isn't fulfilled. You're a prisoner in your own life. You're jailed within yourself, I think, when you're marking X's or marks on a calendar. That's always bothered me that way. Am I nuts for thinking it?
No, dude, you're kind of right. You know, I don't think people think of that way, but what bothers me is, and I do it to myself, and everybody does it to themselves. Right? I have a vacation coming up. It's a milestone vacation. This is like a once in a lifetime type of thing. Going to Hawaii for 2 weeks, going on a cruise for 7 days. Going to be at 2 different resorts at 2 different parts of Oahu. Going to have a great time, hopefully. And here I am saying, I can't wait for time to fly by, for my life to go by while I'm waiting for this to happen. Yeah. Like my life is not fulfilled until this happens. Like I get all these extra time of my life out of the way so I can go on vacation.
Crazy when you break it down and think about it.
Yeah. And logistically can be a nightmare, but I think I have it pretty well planned. I'm taking a 4-year-old and it's going to be a 3-year-old by the time his birthday is going to come just before. So Nikki will be 3, Xander will be 4, and I'm going to take them on a plane from Orlando to Los Angeles, and then from Los Angeles to Honolulu. 2 6-hour flights.
Is there like a time in between, or are you getting off one plane and getting on another?
Well, I originally booked Hawaiian Airlines out of Orlando direct to Honolulu. 10-hour flight. 10-hour flight direct.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hawaiian Airlines on early September said, we're no longer offering that route. Here's your money back. So I had to rebook, and my first flight is on JetBlue, which is a decent airline from Orlando to LAX. Then I have a 7-hour layover to catch Hawaiian Airlines from LAX to Honolulu.
What time of the day is it? Do you know?
We start at 7, and we're going to be in Honolulu.
No, I mean before your 7-hour stretch, because maybe there's something you can do or see when you're in LA.
I thought about that. Have you ever been to LAX?
Yes. It's a beast to get in and out of.
A little bit of a pain in the ass.
Traffic is horrendous.
And really not near anything.
Yeah.
Except for like Santa Monica or Marina Del Rey. That's the only thing that's near there.
Yeah, you're right. Just stay at the hotel. Is there a place like you can, at the airport, is there a hotel or a place you can go relax for a bit?
I'm thinking more than likely, since we're going from JetBlue to Hawaiian Airlines, we're going to have to like switch terminals.
Yeah.
So we got to give it an hour there to move from one to the other. We're going to be there at lunchtime. So I'm thinking a good sit down lunch, good hour.
And a nap.
Yeah. And then a nap, right? And let the kids run wild to the airport. I'm thinking dinner, lunch. And, we have extra battery packs to keep the tablets charged. And it's just going to be a Paw Patrol freaking marathon. So
now,
I also thought,
are you going to smuggle anything back from Hawaii with you? Like,
yes, like a gecko or something.
Macadamia nuts.
Some lava rocks and a tiki. That you see, that's bad luck, isn't it?
Maybe you could go hang out with some of the locals and bring back some meth.
I'm gonna go find Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm gonna search him out and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna do meth together.
Wow.
Yeah,
crazy.
Dog the Bounty Hunter. God, can you imagine?
You're gonna do the Dole Plantation thing or what? Yeah.
I already have reservations for Pearl Harbor, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the little museum with the ship underneath. Brenda wants to go on the USS Missouri. When she was there for Navy duty 23 years ago, that was closed. She was actually there during the premiere of the movie Pearl Harbor.
Oh, wow.
All of that was closed for the premiere. They had red carpet events and things going on. So she missed it all there. She was there for 2 weeks on assignment. Dole Plantation, yes, and there's a place called the Polynesian Cultural Center. We're going to go there.
I think I have a friend that still lives out there. I haven't caught up with him in a little bit, but he's in the military still, and he's stationed in Hawaii. Not a bad place to be stationed, I guess. Huh?
Exactly, not bad. I didn't date this girl. We kind of just fooled around a little bit back in high school, and she's actually like a sculptor, an artist, and she lives in freaking Hawaii somewhere. Might have to look her up.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll get you far.
Doubtful.
I had Hawaiian Punch when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've actually gotten Hawaiian Punch once.
Nice.
Yes, Hawaiian Punch, very good stuff. But
and shaved ice, that's a big Hawaiian thing.
It is, dude. Yeah, I like I'm a planner, so I've been watching every kind of freaking video I possibly can.
Right.
Because we're actually on the cruise. We're going to be at 4 different ports, a 5th being in Oahu. So I want to learn what to go see and what to do. And everybody talks about shaved ice. I've never been a shaved ice popsicle.
That's why I'm saying you have to try it because there must be something to it. You know,
Yeah, like
are they putting crack? Is that where the meth starts?
It's the gateway drug to meth. Yeah, I've never been a fan of popsicles or snow cones. Chew on ice, and then like all the flavoring goes to the bottom. So why bother? Yeah, I don't get it. But from what I've seen, they do a scoop of vanilla ice cream, they do the ice on top, then they do their flavoring, and then they take evaporated milk or condensed milk and pour it on top of that.
Huh.
So yeah, no calories involved there. Yeah.
It must be condensed milk because it's sweet.
Yeah, probably.
Condensed milk is sweetened.
Yeah, $1,200 snow cone. Hello, $1,200 calorie snow cone.
Nice. There probably will be $1,200 though, like inflation.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the prices. Believe me.
I was to say Hawaii's not cheap anyway. I mean,
no, dude.
If you're paying like $3 for a loaf of bread here, it's like $7 there, probably. You know.
Yeah. Well, Brenda said that 23 years ago, a gallon of milk was $5.
Yeah. So it's every bit of $12.50 now.
Yeah, and like there's I was looking. There's a famous prime rib buffet at a place called Duke's. I guess Duke is like the original Beach Boy surfer in Hawaii. And this place called Duke's, they have a prime rib buffet. Yeah, $75 per person for prime rib.
Okay. Is what it is, man.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And like we'll probably do like one or two big fancy dinners like.
How do you think people felt when they came and had lunch or dinner with us in the 90s?
At the
$300 lunch for mom, dad, and 2 little kids.
Right, all in the Disney plan. Nice. You want shrimp with that, right? A shrimp with a smoothie? Yeah.
Go to Wamba. There's a full sampler in there.
we should have made like those wacky Bloody Marys. You want a Bloody Mary? You want...
Buddy, I got in trouble one time. I sold some kids. It was mom, dad, and 2 kids, and they were liking them raspberry lemonades, man. So each kid had like 3 of them. She goes, I didn't know they were $6.95 each.
Yeah,
I did.
Right? Are they supposed to come with a side of shrimp? Let's see, like you get a Bloody Mary with a skewer of shrimp.
Yeah,
you know, maybe some one of those Thai sticks they had. They're like taquitos.
I had a 6-year-old kid eating a 20-ounce ribeye with shrimp, Caesar salad.
Nice. Yeah.
Buddy, I can't. Really. I hope all that stuff makes it into your book, your screenplay, whatever.
Yes. There is a character there.
Yeah, I did see Kevin Smith though on. He was on one of these. He was making the circuit because of the movie, you know. And he's on there and he's talking about that was pretty. Clerks was his life. Like that was his own personal story. Kind of. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how the third movie kind of goes, and everybody in the first 2 movies, and actually crossing over to Mallrats and stuff like that. Everybody's in this movie, you know. Haley Joel Osborne, you probably know from Sixth Sense. He was in Tusk, and I think he was in Yoga Hosers, 2 of Kevin Smith's movies. He shows up in this movie. Jason Long. Who was in, I think, Tusk of his, and I think he was in Yoga Hosers too. He was in this movie. Ben Affleck is in this movie. Everybody comes back. The Chasing Amy chick is in this movie.
Yeah,
they all make a cameo of some sort in this movie. But it's actually really good. It's really good, and it was kind of a good exclamation point.
Now he was way thin in the movie, right?
Yeah, but he's got that, like I said, he's got that gigantic jacket on, you know.
Yeah,
and you really can't tell that he's a lot thinner, but he is.
You know, in the fantasy football world, that's why I keep the beard as well. I mean, I keep it for being a big fat red guy around the holidays, but also that's my bust in the Hall of Fame has a beard on it. it's like Colonel Sanders. If you saw Colonel Sanders without the mustache, you would think it's some old guy.
Right.
But he's got the mustache and the goatee and the bolero, and it's a white and black classic looking photo. No, that's Colonel Sanders. Well, that's what it is.
Exactly. But yeah, your skin tone isn't gold. I don't get it.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I feel good about Kevin Smith losing all that weight, dude. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to pay for 2 airline seats anymore.
Right. Yep. Unless that big ass coat, if he's wearing that on the plane, he might need a separate seat for the coat.
It's like I say, he's trying to keep up. It's a gradual progression. I mean, if he took off that coat and walked around like skin and bones, like he probably is right now, people would think, "Oh my God, get that guy a sandwich. He's gonna die."
Yeah. It should be good though. But it's also Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow night, so no free parking after 6:00. So that pisses me off. So I gotta shell out probably $20-$25 for parking.
The kiddo's going to visit the sister?
No, everybody. It's just me going. I'm going solo in the
I didn't realize. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. She has a charity thing to do in the morning for Halloween for disabled kids. So her and Xander are going. Nikki and me are hanging out here. I got to go to the UPS store and return some Amazon stuff because I ordered inflatables for Christmas. Mm-hmm. 8-foot Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I ordered 2 of them. They both come. I have like the boxes. The print on the box is identical. The SKU number on the box is identical, but the boxes are different sizes.
Uh-oh.
So I pull them out. This one's a nice 8-foot Nutcracker. The other box is a 4-foot dog pulling a sled. Yeah. So I got to return that tomorrow to freaking the UPS store. And
because everybody needs an 8-foot Nutcracker. I saw a thing on the news where this guy had like a 14-foot skeleton in his front yard, and somebody came and took it and threw it in the back of their Suburban and haul ass.
Suburban?
Yeah. I'm wondering, like, how do you get that? I mean, how does it come to your house? Do they bring it on a forklift and 2 pallets?
Well, it comes in pieces and you put it together. Yeah, Home Depot had them, dude. Last year, it was a huge craze that, this 12-foot skeleton in the freaking, you can put in your front yard.
So what, you take it apart and you put it back together?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Where do you store that in the off season?
On the roof.
Yeah. You put a red coat on them for Christmas?
Exactly.
Giant Santa out there.
Right. Yeah, my kids wouldn't go near that section of Home Depot last year with all those freaking animatronics that are out there now.
So had the kids watched Halloween specials in the past?
In the past, no.
Maybe you gonna let them watch any, like the Charlie Brown Pumpkin?
Yeah, I'll say the Great Pumpkin. The Great Pumpkin. I think they might have watched last year. They haven't watched anything yet.
There's a ton of them, I'm sure, out there with all these streaming services. You probably find a bunch of them on one service.
Well, Xander now knows how to work the remote control for the Fire Stick. Knows how to
order stuff from Amazon.
Oh God. Yeah, he's done it. Like, thank God it's not my credit card. Like he knows the code to get into Disney Plus, and then he goes straight to Lion King and he watches I guess it was an animated series for the Lion King back in the day, and he watches all that over and over and over. And it's been about a month where he's just been watching it nonstop. They go through phases. It was the Paw Patrol phase, and then the Blaze and the Monster Machine phase. There was a Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood phase, and now we're at Muppet Babies, and now we're at the Lion King. So it is nonstop Lion King at our freaking house.
Well, when you went to Disney, did you do the Lion King thing?
No, we just went to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's Animal Kingdom, right?
Yeah. I don't think they have that anywhere else. They used to have a 3D cinematic Lion King theater show at Magic Kingdom, but now they went back to the Mickey's Philharmonic. So, but yeah, we won't talk about Disney. Ugh, fucking nightmares. Yeah. So we're thinking about doing Busch Gardens in January because a friend of ours is he does a watered down version of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's called the Wizards of Winter, and they do like smaller towns. Like they'll do Lady Lake instead of Orlando. You know, the theater there in Lady Lake.
Yeah.
And they're playing some sort of thing in Busch Gardens on the 8th of January. So we're thinking about going there. It's the guitar player for. Whoa, you still there?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay,
You're here.
things moved. Yeah. His band, the Wizards of Winter, are doing Busch Gardens come January 8th. So we're thinking about possibly throwing some money at that. You know, not that I think we're going to be freaking pretty busy.
Busch Gardens is good. The kids will like that.
I haven't been. God, the last time I was there, I was with my 14-year younger girlfriend. You never met her. She was a nightmare too.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Dude, you met a lot of them, but not this one.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah. This one was her parents were, I don't know, I get victim of, but I don't know if you would call it victim. Let's put it this way. It was a murder-suicide. Father shot the mother and then shot himself.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and she was she was like 26. I was like 42 or something shit like that. But so be it.
How old was she when that happened?
Dude, I don't know. I don't recall.
Wasn't that important?
No, yeah. Well, dude, it was also we're talking about 14 years ago. I don't know, 2008, 2009. Yeah. Should if I know. But yeah, that was the last time I was at Busch Gardens.
When you do that Hawaii thing, you're going to have to take notes for me because I'm going to be sending my parents to Hawaii probably next year.
Take notes, okay? Well, dude.
Well, I mean, this was good, that was bad. This, don't do this, do that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, that makes sense. Your dad ever in the military? Your dad was in the military, right?
Nope.
No,
he was close. Came close.
Yeah, our is when we get there, there's like Shades of Green at Disney. Yeah. There's a version of Shades of Green in Honolulu, and with Brenda being in the Navy Reserve for 30 years, we're gonna be staying there. And
nice,
dude. Like literally, I think it's like $150 a night, and it's on the freaking ocean.
Wow, crazy!
So 3 days there, and then 7-day cruise. The cruise goes to the Big Island, Kauai, Maui, back to the Big Island. 7 nights.
Well, and then when you get to Hawaii, the first thing you do is get laid.
Yes, rumor has it.
So there you go.
Yep. And then after we get off the boat, we're going to the Aulani, which is Disney's resort in Honolulu.
What's it called?
Aulani. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. It's Hawaiian for something, I guess. Hawaiian for mouse. And so we were
Aulani.
What's that?
Aulani, Hawaiian for transvestite.
Yep. So yeah, we're staying there for 3 days and then flying home. And then flying home, dude, Honolulu to JFK.
Wow.
Overnight.
Wow.
We're getting on the plane at like 4:45. And I'm going to freaking JFK. And then JFK the next morning to Orlando. And then we got to drive home. We're actually on the way there. I decided that we are going to stay at the Hyatt at the hotel, the hotel in the lobby of the terminal. So this way we can just go downstairs and get on the plane and go.
Nice.
JetBlue is in that new terminal, Terminal C. So we'll be checking out Terminal C at the MCO airport.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you. It's all right. We'll have a first-hand report when you get back from that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to look at the calendar again because in case Angry Santa wants to come back again this year, I got to book that. So I don't want you to miss that if that happens. But
yeah. I'll be back on the 14th of December.
All right. That might be good enough time. That might be perfect.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday. So we're gonna have boom, boom, the 16th and the 23rd. The 23rd is my birthday, so we might have to take that night off.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Cool.
I'll probably, with any luck, I'll be the company I did gigs with the past 2 years. The first year they were a big success, but they had some technical problems. The second year they decided to change everything, including their name, and it was a flop. But I signed up in a fashion that I had a guarantee because I was one of the top people they had, so it worked out. So I got a guarantee. I didn't hit it, but they paid it. Not everybody got paid it because they went out of business.
Wow,
it didn't work out. So this year I'm kind of hoping to find, another gig like that. But the gigs I've seen don't pay nearly what the other place did. But I guess that's why they went out. We can't pay.
Right.
But I still got a couple gigs, local gigs. Party event type things.
Right. Private events.
Yeah, so I'm interested in that. I'm good with that, but nothing beats sitting in front of your computer and just watching dollars come in. I mean, I hate to say, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but there's all the heartache that comes with that, dude. I mean, I had a little girl ask me for her house so her and her mom could have a place to live.
Right.
I had the one where the family was sitting there. It was a 16 and a 17-year-old and a mom and a dad, and they wanted me to read them a story, and I was trying to feel out the room. It didn't look like anyone were special needs or anything. I was trying to figure out why this group, and there were no little kids. And then mom broke out into tears, and then I was told it was mom's last Christmas. Be funny, Santa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work with that.
Exactly.
I'm like, we got another 9.5 minutes here, and you just hit me with that. Thanks.
Wow. Yeah.
You think you got problems? You know what I mean? I mean, we're not dodging bullets in Somalia, so whenever you think you got it bad, somebody's got it worse. So
exactly.
It was just, how can you have you're sitting there talking to a 6-year-old girl, and she's like, Santa, I want you to bring my mommy and me a house so we have a place to live. Be funny. Do something with that, Santa.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's unbelievable, dude.
Luckily, I balanced that out. I went overboard a bunch of times. They would give you, little stuff. They would tell you little stuff. The kid needs to work on this. The kid needs to doing good at this. He's good in Mrs. So-and-so's class. He's playing football now. Whatever. They give the whole rundown.
Little background.
So you could drop all these specific clues, and you can see the kids like looking at mom and dad like, how does he know this?
Right. That's
awesome.
Awesome.
It's pretty funny. It was pretty good. You could have fun with it. You could read people. It's kind of like, the interpersonal stuff, the waiting on table thing or whatever. You feel people out. You know what you can get away with, what you can't.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's, I don't want to compare it to a woman having her last Christmas, but everybody that I work with, I don't work with them directly. I work with the loan officers who work with the actual borrowers, and everybody I work with, or every file that I get in, these people are 62 or older. And, you see everything in their life, whether they're, good at life or bad at life, you see it all. And, you see people that need a reverse mortgage. And for people who don't know what a reverse mortgage is, it's basically a mortgage where they pay you for the equity in your home. You can either take it in a lump sum, or you could take it in payments monthly over time, kind of like what you would get with a pension or Social Security, but you use the equity in your home for that. And, some people are just in a bad way, and you can see what they're making as far as income, and you can see what's going out as far as expenses. And if they were able to relieve that mortgage payment and on top of it, get a paycheck each month from it or a lump sum, their final days, because everybody has final days, will be better. And, like I have one right now that their income doesn't meet what they need to sustain their expenses, let alone their mortgage. So they don't qualify. And they're off by like a couple
You
bucks.
don't qualify for us to give you more money.
Yeah.
Which is what you need.
Exactly. To get out of the situation you're in. And like, we actually have to wait now until she gets her Social Security award letter for next year. So her income increases by that little bit, 5%, so she can qualify to get rid of her mortgage payment and make less payments each month.
But she still can't buy bread or milk because it's up 8.5%. She only got a 5% raise on her Social Security.
Right.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. And these interest rates are freaking out of control. They're up to 9% for a reverse mortgage.
They're getting ready. Did they announce it today, or was it coming up? They're going to raise it another whole point.
A whole point?
Yes, dude. Oh yeah, it's coming.
Jesus Christ.
Another whole point, dude. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, dude. I might have to grow a beard. Can I grow a full beard before Christmas?
I think you can, dude. You have to have a real beard.
I got the white hair right here.
I mean, you could get away with the fake beard thing in the mall, I guess, if people go to the mall still.
Yeah, no. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. So, scratchy voice, dude. Not used to talking.
Yeah, well, you're doing good.
Yeah, it's scratchy. Plus, my orange drink here isn't helping much.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking to waters, dude. I've been on waters forever.
Yeah, dude. We have that squirt stuff you squirt in your freaking water for the flavoring.
Yeah.
And I got off of that, and I was just drinking straight water for the longest time, and then just recently I went back to it.
Well, I get like those Gatorade packets, because you can get like a packet. It's a little packet thing, and you rip it open, pour the powder into one of these. Basically,
it's made for a 16.9 ounce bottle.
You get the sugar-free kind, and you can get the off-brand kind that has electrolytes, and some of them have energy boost and electrolytes. So but I drink probably 7 or 8 of those a day because of the medications and shit I got going on, that I need to drink like a lot of freaking water every day. And if you're just drinking plain water, you're not getting all the electrolytes you need. So that can be a problem. When you get old, don't get old, kids. It sucks. Playing at home, don't get old.
It's overrated.
Yes. Right. I remember when I was a younger age, all I wanted to be was older. Then you get older, and all you want to be is younger.
All I wanted was my driver's license. That's all I wanted. That was the ticket out. You know, some people are nostalgic and homesick and like being with mommy and daddy. No, I wanted out. Nothing personal, mom and dad, but yeah, I wanted out. So went to college 1,800 miles away and barely called my parents. Come home and my dad's in freaking rehab and mom's off in Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should write more, son.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not even a postcard from like the college bookstore? No.
The college bookstore. Yeah. Did they have credit? Yeah. I don't think I wrote my parents. We had a payphone out in the hallway. I called my dad once in a while.
Send money?
Oh my God. Don't get me started with that. Dude, I couldn't even write a check at the bookstore for myself because my mom bounced so many checks with my tuition. Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Meanwhile, she's in Hawaii, literally.
Wow. Crazy, dude.
Yep. It was the 80s.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, hey, our boy Gene, did you see what he's doing? He's got this barbecue sauce thing going on.
Yeah. He's actually doing really good. He's got a thing going on tomorrow somewhere in one of those towns that begin with an M in New Jersey. There's a million of them. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, he's always been like crafty in the kitchen. He was also a produce manager for a competing company that I worked for. I was a produce manager, then he became a produce manager for another company. I don't know if there was any correlation between that, but yeah, we were pretty close in the late 80s. And
here's my idea: we get him to send us some of that stuff, and we taste it on during one of our shows here, and then he has a free infomercial.
Right? Yeah. I'm sure he would do it, but I don't know. Will it last? I guess it would last, right?
I don't know
if it's jarred correctly. He's going to be at the Stafford. Whoa! I hit the wrong button. The Stafford EMS Auxiliary Fall Festival tomorrow, 9 to 3, Alliance Church in Manahawkin, New Jersey.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what's the name of his gig? Gene's Barbecue Sauce or something?
Papa B. B. His last name is Brendel. He also got engaged this past week. I don't know if you know that.
I saw that. Very nice. Yeah. Congratulations.
A little beach action there.
It's not too late to turn back and run now, Gene.
Yes, exactly. He knows. He ain't dumb. He was born at night, but not last night. So if you're in Manahawkin, New Jersey on Saturday the 22nd, check out the church festival at Stafford or Alliance Church, the Stafford EMS Auxiliary Fall Festival. Go find Papa B, and he's got salsas and barbecue sauce, all homemade, all fresh, not frozen. We're gonna get sued for that one, aren't we?
No,
fresh, not frozen.
No, we'll be good.
Can't say that one. Yeah, but yeah, he has some distinct flavors. I think one he was working on was like a cherry barbecue sauce.
I thought he had like a mango one or something too, maybe.
Yeah, that one looks like mango. That one there looks like mango. But yeah, check it out. It looks good. Yeah. But Gene Brendel, good friend of mine.
There you go. There you go. Man, we're gonna have to do another I'm gonna have to do another Buc-ee's run. I gotta go to Buc-ee's again soon. I need an injection of some of those crack nuggets or something. Shit.
Well, freaking send me a list. You can meet me at the parking garage tomorrow.
There you go. All right, well, let's get out of here, and we're going to come right back for the second half. As soon as we get this commercial run from the Habib 7-Eleven, once again, they brought their coffee beans, the Arabic coffee beans. See, Arabica beans, Arabic. There you go. Yes. See, I'm putting that together there. Anyway.
Yeah, and you can get yourself a good bumper sticker. They got the honk if you're horny bumper sticker.
Yes, and they have that hat that's been there with dust on it, the trucker's hat that's been there for like 4 years.
They have the NASCAR jackets too. You get yourself a nice NASCAR jacket and a little car that you pull back and it goes.
And a crack pipe. Any Monster Energy. All right, we'll see you on the second half of this commercial here. We're back. Thank you, Habib. Thank you.
This is Mike. That is Mike. Hey, we're Mike.
Yeah, right. All right. So, anyway, what were we talking about?
The new icon of the seas.
Yeah, that looks interesting. That looks like massive. What is it? 10,000 people fit on that thing?
Now, if you were to fill every bed in the passenger side, it would be just over 7,000 people.
And then what? There's like 3,000 support staff, no?
About 2,500, something like that.
Okay, I'm off by 500. I said 10 grand.
Yeah. It's going to be the largest cruise ship in the world.
All right, you're going on it?
Yeah. It goes on sale for Crown and Anchor members on Monday. So I'm going to try to see if we can book something.
Does it go out of Miami?
It goes out of Miami. Yep.
Where's it going?
The usual places: St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Kitts, the Bahamas.
When are you going to
go? I'm thinking the first week of June in 2024. Yeah, it's gonna be good to go. End of December 2023, January 2024. I figured by June, because the kids will be in school, to take them out would be a pain in the butt. So we'll go the week after school gets out, and before New York gets out of school. Because when New York gets out of school, the prices go up.
You get not only do you get early, you get to buy that early because of your membership level, but do you get a discount at all or no?
That I don't know. My travel agent is in a very good travel agency where they get a lot of group rates. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if there's going to be any group rates for this particular cruise or this particular sailing this far in, because it's a brand new cruise ship category, brand new level. So it's the first one of that category of ship. So everybody's going to want to get on that ship. It's got 6 water slides. It's got a surf simulator. It's got all the buzzers and whistles that you possibly can imagine.
But do they have a Buc-ee's?
No. They might have a Johnny Rockets.
Oh,
I know a lot of the ships now have Johnny Rockets. Like the current largest cruise ship in the world has a Johnny Rockets.
Now, do they actually do the singing and dancing at that Johnny Rockets on the cruise ship?
which is kind of strange and humorous because if you don't know, cruise ships aren't flagged in the United States. When a cruise ship is flagged in the United States, like the one in Hawaii, more than 50% of the crew needs to be American. When you flag a ship in Panama or in the Bahamas, you get away from the labor laws of the United States, and you can pay people far less for working basically 18 hours a day. So you go to Johnny Rockets, and they got the YMCA or the Staying Alive, Bee Gees music playing, and you have Ahmed right next to Patel and Muhammad and Alexa from Romania, all doing the YMCA dealio. So yeah, it's kind of strange in that fashion.
Are they going to have a dress up night on this thing, like your 80s night or a 70s night or something?
I'm sure they will. All cruise ships do. Like Royal Caribbean, typically on this second night and the fifth night, will have formal night. That's when everybody gets all dressed up and stuff like that. But they'll do like an 80s party and a 70s party. And the cruise director and his staff will get out there and rile the crowd up and have sail away parties and whatnot.
See, I haven't been on a cruise since I quit drinking, dude, 4 years ago. So I don't know if I'll enjoy a cruise.
What was the last time you were on a cruise?
Probably 2017, 2016,
really?
Something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went with the mother-in-law.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, the mother-in-law, my Lisa, her brother, spousal equivalent, and Lisa's kids. So we all.
Did not know.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It was fun. We had a good time.
Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
It wasn't me. I was told you have to be here at this place in this time, and I
show up.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, if we book this one, we're gonna have 4 cruises booked. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, we have Hawaii, and then we have Monsters of Rock, and then we have Mother's Day. Oh, I already have 4 booked. This will be a 5th. I have Hawaii, Monsters of Rock, Mother's Day, and then Cabo, LA, next in November 2023.
So you're going to rack up enough points. They're going to let you drive the boat one day, right?
Right. Well, here's the thing. 1 is on Norwegian, 3 are on Royal Caribbean, and now 2 are on Norwegian, 1 is on MSC, and 2 are on Royal Caribbean. So it's 3 different cruise lines. So yeah, wherever the deal is, even though the one to Cabo San Lucas is not a deal, but we're going. Michael's going with his family, and my daughter's going with her boyfriend. So
nice.
Should be good.
Nice.
Yep. Probably do a day in Disneyland too.
Michael's enjoying the 5-0 job.
Yep. Yeah. I texted him last night. He's now working. What's he working? I don't know. I don't know what days he's off. But he works 4 days, on 4 days, off 3 days, and he goes in at 9 and gets off at 7 in the morning. That's his shift. Yeah, that's what you get when you're a rookie.
Yeah, yeah. FNG up front, fucking new guy. You're taking a graveyard shift.
Yep.
You're on watch. Has he given you any insight as to any craziness or anything?
The stupidity?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I mean, not getting into any specifics, of course.
Nope. He he showed me a picture of his car, his police vehicle, and he had a picture of it right by a slow down construction zone ahead. So he says, it's easy pickings. I park right here. The fines are doubled. I make my quota. So yeah,
that's funny.
He says it's like fishing with dynamite. Freaking people.
So he's mainly doing traffic type stuff. He's not responding to any situations, robberies, or whatever.
I don't I don't know. I didn't ask. I'm sure he would volunteer that.
He's
I
not
know
going undercover.
no, he's not doing anything like that. I know he's when he was riding along with a veteran officer, like right off the bat, they had DUIs and stuff, so he was getting all kinds of stupid people right off the bat. You know, they don't let you slack and you get you right in there and take care of things. So he's had to chase people, things like that. He's
Wow.
and he's quick. He's quick. He back in the day he could run as fast as me, so I'm sure he could still run faster than me now.
Anybody pull a weapon on him?
No, he would have mentioned that.
Yeah. I
But yeah,
watch I watched this show. It used to be on A&E. It was called Live PD. It came on every
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday evening and conflicted with the show a little bit. But it went from 9 to 10 and then 9 through like midnight basically. And that was the show. It was like a 3-hour show. And they'd ride along with people in different areas of the country. And it'd be, I know it was a few minutes off, it was essentially live. Well, of course, with all the shit that's happened in the past couple of years, they decided that show was racist. So they canceled it. And
Really?
like 2 months ago, I discovered it's on again. Like it had like a 6-month exodus. Now it's on a channel called Reels, Reelz,
Yeah.
Reels. And it's called On Patrol Live. So you should ask him to watch that sometime and see if he can relate to those situations. Has he seen that? Is that not the way it really is? And they're just that this is staged or whatever. It'd be interesting to get his take on that.
Right. So the show was canceled because reality was racist.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
No, I get it. I even asked my son. My son's part of that woke culture. He got indoctrinated at the school, and he's. I'm not talking bad about him. He's a smart kid and everything, but that's what happened. And so I asked him. I said, I noticed that just about everybody they pull over has weed in the car. I said, I didn't know that it was that popular of a thing that have weed in your car like that. And I said, you know what? Now that I think about it, most everybody's black. And he goes, don't you see the relationship there? Don't you see the correlation? I'm like, oh, Christ, here we go. Okay. They're profiling everybody. Okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
So, no, I get some people, it's racist. Everything's racist to some people. They got to pull that card. So whatever.
Yeah,
I just respond with, I don't see color, sir.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, these two black guys are robbing this bank, right? And no, two Jews walk in a bar. They buy
it. Is it two guys walk into a bar? The third guy ducks.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I miss the days of TV. I know you can say more and do more and get away with more on TV nowadays, but I miss the Archie Bunker. I miss the Archie Bunker was that whole series was great. Then the Jeffersons spun off that was great. And these were two real dudes that would call each other honky and N-word and back and forth. And
yeah.
Sometimes they got along, sometimes they didn't. They were people, and people were real with each other. We didn't tippy-toe and crawl around on eggshells because we don't want to get kicked off Facebook.
Right.
I mean, Christ almighty. Can you imagine if they had something like Facebook back in the day?
Right. Well, it's just, society's painted with a broad stroke, and it's just,
everybody's so sensitive. Everybody's a victim, and everybody's, oh my God, it's the end of the world because you looked at me.
Yeah. And then on top of that, now everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame. Yeah. So the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
And I'm just wondering why I didn't spend time on Camp Lejune in the Marines.
I've been getting a lot of emails that, have you been on Camp Lejune? Like, I guess there's some kind of lawsuit going on there.
Yeah, if you were there between 1953 and 1988, they had benzene leaking into the groundwater, and everybody got cancer and shit.
Wow.
Like 16 different types of cancer and stuff. Your better half was never there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm just asking. I know it's a Marine base, but the Navy, Marines.
Well, actually, I don't know. Where is it? Is it like
North
the Carolinas?
Carolina.
Yeah. Whenever she had to go on training, it was out to the freaking desert in California. Then she got into when she got into IT, that's when she went to Hawaii and Lisbon and Portugal and Poland.
Yeah, but if I see one more infomercial for this Camp Lejune crap, or one more, email or something.
Yeah, one more spam email.
Hey, speaking of that, our boy Musk, our alien update guy Musk, he bought Twitter. I mean, that's going down. He overpaid for it. And he knows it. And he's okay with that, apparently. But he said he's going to fire 75% of the workforce. And then in the next sentence, he said, so that'll be all the fact checkers.
Interesting.
All the content moderators, excuse me.
So the sale went through?
I guess he's taking ownership, and this is it. He'll be actually physically running it and making those decisions within the next 2 weeks.
What happened to this tragic court case that was going on?
I don't know. I guess he saw it. He keeps saying that he's a free speech guy, and it's more about free speech and stuff. And I don't know. I don't get the whole thing, because he lost just in Tesla stock this past year $100 billion of his wealth.
Wow,
dude! You and I combined won't make $1 billion in our lifetime. One,
no.
And he's he just lost 25% of his value. He was $400 billion. He doesn't seem fazed by it, and I get it. That's him. That's that guy. That's why he's who he is. That's why he does what he does.
Wow. Well, how much do you need in a lifetime to live wealthy? Nowhere near $100 billion. That's for sure.
All right. So how much do you need?
Figure, we got 20 years left, 25 years. $1 million a year is more than enough.
I might be able to quit one of my jobs.
You lazy?
I can just go down to part-time.
Yeah, half days. That's 12 hours, right?
Yeah,
half day.
Right. Exactly. Buddy, I've been seeing a lot of cars whipping around the road lately in bright colors. Like, I keep seeing these Camaros and shit in like green apple color, and then like a red color, and then like a bright orange color. It's been like in the past week. Is there something going on? Really? Is there something in the water? Is anything happening that I missed?
Biketoberfest? Could that be it?
No, yeah, but these are cars. These weren't.
I know. Yeah, you should have seen all the Harleys loaded up on trailers traveling north this past week and last weekend. And
I call bullshit on that. Because if you're going to ride a fucking bike, ride a fucking bike. Don't get it shipped in so you can ride around on a 2-mile stretch.
Yep. That's what I was
It's all thinking. The attorneys and doctors and shit doing that.
Yep. Malcolm Forbes, the fake Harley bike rider.
And we were talking about On Patrol Live on Reels Network.
Reels.
Before. This is not a paid spot, but two of their police forces that they follow, one is the Volusia County PD, the sheriff's department, and one is where's the other one? Was it Daytona?
Daytona would.
But they were showing Bike Fest and stuff last week, the Bike Week thing. Last week they were showing, they were cruising it, they were talking to people. It was pretty cool. And then they showed, there's the occasional idiot and stuff, but it looked like a pretty cool time. It looked like it was. I've been to one before. I've been to the one in Leesburg a couple times. It's always good. 100,000 bikers come to Leesburg, Florida for a 2-3 day weekend. It's crazy, dude.
I know Warrant was playing there a lot. A couple of years in a row, Warrant played there for their concert series. So I
saw Firehouse there. They were headliners one year.
Yeah, they played in like freaking Ohio last weekend. Like, why you freaking live here in Florida? Play in Florida.
Yeah, but I think I always watch how bands tour, and I always look for the smart bands. And what I mean by that is the bands that book like Florida, like now through February or March,
Right.
Don't go to New Hampshire or Vermont in freaking December and February. You know what I mean? Or Maine, traveling's going to suck. It's going to snow. Shit's going to happen. So I always watch those bands that do those legs the right way. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Well, there's a band out there. I'm sure you've heard of Y&T.
Yes.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but they always play the Monsters of Rock cruise. Monsters of Rock cruise is usually February, March. This year it's in April. But like a month beforehand, they'll start in San Francisco where they live, and they'll tour. They'll go to LA, then they'll Phoenix, Albuquerque. They'll work their way to San Antonio. It was a week before the Monsters of Rock cruise, and Brenda and I were going to go to the beach, get a little sunlight, get rid of some of this white pasty look before we head to.
You are the pasty gangster.
Yeah. Before we head to the Caribbean, get rid of some of this white color on my face and body. So we're going to the beach, and we stop off at Starbucks. Now, where we used to live, I would drop Brenda off at Starbucks. I would get online at McDonald's, pick up my McDonald's food, come back around and park in front of Starbucks. Usually it's a couple minute wait. She gets back in the car. We're off. I get my food. I come around. I park. She's inside, and I see this guy bopping down the sidewalk with long blonde hair. I'm like, there's nobody in San Antonio that's a guy with long blonde hair. And I'm like, kind of looks familiar. All right. Next guy comes down the sidewalk. Big guy, black hair. It's Mike Vanderhule, the drummer for Y&T. I'm like, holy crap, Y&T is here somewhere. Because that was Brad, the bass player that just went inside with the blonde hair. So, of course, I jump out, and I see the guitar player walking towards Starbucks, long blonde hair, holding a freaking McGriddle in his hand, eating. I'm like, hey! She turns around and runs. Go inside. We get our pictures taken with the bass player and the drummer. We go around the side, driving away, and they have their big Mercedes, not tour bus, but like a 15-passenger van with a trailer in the back. And, of course, there they are. They're played San Antonio the night before, and they were on their way to Houston to play. And then New Orleans, and then Birmingham, and then they stop Tallahassee, Atlanta. And then they head down to Miami and get on the Monsters of Rock cruise. So you get paid on the way there, and you get paid on the way home. On the way home, up the East Coast and cut across to Chicago. So, yeah.
No, I saw that on
they would do that every year.
Playing games over in England. And there was a comedian in New York, and his team's the Giants, and the Giants were playing there. So he called his agent, had him book him a gig in England the same week, so he could catch the football game. I thought that was pretty shrewd. I thought that was great. On the company dime. Hey, I did the same thing. I had in the restaurant business a couple of times. I've had to move and relocate to go from restaurant to restaurant. I was in restaurant management. I had to go from. I went to South Carolina. I went right after Hurricane Hugo. I went to Charleston. That was a joy. And then when I did that, I went up there and I worked. And then I found a place and I got shit straight about a month. And then the way I had to do it was my wife and I had two vehicles. I left the vehicle. I talked to the company. Now I could have had somebody move me, or they would give me X amount of dollars. And if I budgeted right, I'd make a few $100s on the deal, and I could move my own shit and do it the way I wanted and all that shit. So I was like, yeah, they rented the truck and all that. So then I told them I needed to rent the truck to get me down to Florida. And they said, well, you're not moving away, you're moving toward. And I said, no, I understand, but I need to leave a car there unless you're going to fly me down there. They're like, no, we'll rent you the truck. So then I talked to my produce guy, and I asked him if he had any product he needed brought to Florida. And I brought a truckload of watermelons to Florida that somebody else paid to rent the truck, but it was my time that I was counting. I didn't have to load it. I didn't have to unload it. I just had to get it from A to B, which was on the way, and I made like $400 or $500. It was fucking amazing.
Not bad.
Yeah, they were these giant like bin type things on these pallets, dude.
Did they come on in bins?
It came in bins, dude.
Dude, really? If I had $1 for every bin of watermelon I had to empty by hand.
That's why you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, that's why I was 70 pounds lighter then.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was 183 pounds all through that. And then I left the RFC, and it was all over. 200 pounds like that.
Well, yeah, we kept eating good.
Yeah. Oh, after you stop exercising, you're supposed to slow down on the eating?
Buddy,
Thanks.
We always ate there. It was good. It was good food, dude. People were paying top dollar for that shit. I was eating it for free.
And we ran 20 miles a day back and forth to that fucking kitchen.
There was some movement. I didn't mind working the double shift there heading into the weekend there. You work 3 doubles in a row, you get like $1,000-$1,200 or so.
Yep.
Take a few days off.
And then your W-2 comes and it says $14,000. You're like, oh.
No, I declared some tips. We had a lot of charge tips there, so I was forced to. When all that shit went down, that ended up helping me in the long run by declaring a lot, dude. It was good. Plus I made the hourly wage too.
Yeah,
because I was the trainer.
Yep. Well, shift lead was $5 an hour, and that still wasn't bad. You actually got a paycheck every 2 weeks.
Well, I talked them into when I was doing training that I got paid the trainer pay the whole time, even if I was on the floor. So
yeah,
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that part out loud. But.
Yeah, wow. I think it's too late now.
Well, I was LMA. I was luckiest man alive. I was always winning the contests and shit. So yeah, fucking pay me.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yep. And I'll never forget, what was it? One of the meetings we had, like the not train the trainer, but like corporate would come and have a meeting with us when Landry took over. And yeah, and you like basically shutting them down, and always talking about we were the Super Bowl of restaurants.
Yeah, whatever.
It's the Super Bowl every day here. Yeah, good
whatever.
place.
That was a good day. I did get the Super Bowl tickets. Do you remember that?
That was a freaking score and a half.
Yeah.
I was actually working that day.
Yeah, I was all bummed out. I was heading over to Tampa to see if I could, mingle with the crowd and be a part of the outside scenery at least. I had off. I got the phone call that there was somebody there, and I went down and took care of business. It was good.
Yes, well, I think it was Scott Andrews called you, or one of the other guys.
Yeah,
the bartenders.
Well, so I end up. They call me. They know I was looking for tickets because the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl. My kid was a big Ravens fan, so they call me and. We didn't really have cell phones back then either, did we?
I think it was the infancy of cell phones.
Yeah, so I don't know if I had a cell phone or not. I think I had a regular landline. And they called me, and I was getting ready. I was just getting out of bed. I was, and he's like, dude, there's a dude at the bar right now with tickets. And I said, I'll be right down there. Hold them off. He said, I don't know if I can. There's somebody else at the bar in a Giants jersey working the guy for tickets. I said, don't let him sell those tickets.
Yeah.
So I went down there and I started talking to the guy, and I'm like, hey, and the guy across the bar in the Giants jersey was like giving me the evil eyes. So I was like, hey, how you doing? And he's going, oh, we're doing just right, mate. And I was like, what? And he was like from Ireland or somewhere.
Yeah, he was from England, and they won some contests.
Yeah, Miller Lite.
Yeah, and they flew him out to Florida, the whole 9 yards, and they ended up at Rainforest Cafe Bar.
They were just coming to go to Disney and stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I hear you're trying to sell these. He goes, well, I figured I'd see what I can get for them. And I said, well, I don't know how familiar you are with Florida law, but the highest anyone can give you is $50 over face value. Can I see the tickets? Because I'm real interested in them. See, my dad and I have always dreamt about going to a Super Bowl, and I may not have too many opportunities left. So I was really hoping that, maybe, I don't know, can I see the tickets? He says, yeah. And he goes, yeah. So you say $50 over the face is the max I can get? I said, yes, sir. He says, okay, well, they're $450 here, so that'd be $1,000. I said, okay. I said, would you do me the honor? Could I buy those from you? He says, well, yeah, that would be great. I said, great. Take care of his meal, take care of dessert, all that stuff. I said, I'll be right back. Now you know what my problem was?
You didn't have $1,000.
That is absolutely correct. I did not have $1,000. So I figured, well, there's enough motherfuckers here that make money. Maybe if I walk around and get 100 here, 50 there, maybe I'll get there in the next 20 minutes or so, you know? So I'm walking around. And then I go over to one of the bartenders and say, hey, look, I'm trying to hustle up some money. I'm trying to buy these Super Bowl tickets, whatever. And he goes, how much you need? I go, I need $1,000. But he goes, oh, here. And he reaches in his pocket and he hands me $1,000. I go, was that from the register or what the fuck was that? How did that happen? He goes, no, I always carry $1,000 on me. I said, why? And he goes, because there's not that much trouble I can get into that $1,000 won't get me out of. I thought, that's fucking brilliant.
I think I know which bartender that was.
Yeah, so I went over and I gave the guy the money. The guy in the Giants jersey was pissed because he was putting down large cash on he didn't get the tickets. So I had a little situation at the time, and I wasn't really supposed to be driving a vehicle.
Right.
So then I had to call and get a driver. And I got a driver, my brother. He came over. I said, look, we're going to take my vehicle. Just come over to my place. I told him what we're going to do. Told him I had the Super Bowl tickets. He goes, we're going to the Super Bowl? I said, fuck no, we're going to sell the tickets.
Exactly.
So we went down there, and I was calling places on the phone before that. I did stop and show my dad the tickets. And I did think about taking my son. But I had some bills to pay, bro. And I knew I could get paid doing it. So we went down there, and I was calling people in the paper on the way. I met some guy on the side of the road, and I said, hey, you know, one guy had the buy-in tickets, one guy had the selling ticket sign. And I said, hey, you're not a cop, are you? I have to get rid of this ticket. And he goes, no, you want the cops? You go over there. You want the fucking niggas? You go over there. You know, I'm over here buying tickets. You selling tickets? I'm like, yeah, you're the guy I want.
Yeah. I didn't know Joe Pesci was buying tickets.
Yeah. So I say, okay. So he goes, let me see the tickets. And I tell him what they are. And he's like, no, let me hold them. And I'm like, holding on to the tickets, thinking this guy's going to try to rip the tickets out of my hand, you know, and all this. And they had a nice hologram thing on them. They look cool. I could tell they were real. I've never seen a Super Bowl ticket, but I knew this was a real one because of the way it looked, you know. So he goes, oh, okay. And he goes, how much you want for them? I go, I don't know how much you selling them, but you know, we went back and forth for a minute, and he said he was going to give me $1,800 each.
What? Each.
And I said, okay, now we're talking. So he's counting the money back, and he gave me $3,800. He miscounted. He was pulling out money. He had like cargo pants on, and he had like wads in each pocket, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
So he ended up giving me $200 too much. My brother and I are throwing money around the car like we just won the lottery. Bills fluttering everywhere. We're in Super Bowl traffic right by the stadium. We turn around, we flip a Yui, we buy some beers, and we're celebrate on the way back. And I had to pay people, man. I had to take care of people. I had to take care of the bartender. He gave me $1,000. I had to take care of the bartender who held the guy at bay for me, you know. Right. I had to call the managers. I had to take care of some of the managers there who were letting me come work this deal at their place of business during business. I owed some people money and stuff, and I ended up making about $300 on the deal.
Wow.
Made a round trip to Tampa all day, hustled the tickets, paid everybody to fuck off, and watched the Super Bowl at the house. It was great.
Right. Your seats at home are usually better than what you have at the field anyway.
No, but I always thought if I ever won Super Bowl tickets or ever came across them, I would definitely go. In that situation, I really wanted to go, but I was like...
Yeah, right there in freaking Tampa.
I just couldn't do it, knowing that I had a golden egg here that somebody would pay for. You know, to me, that would have been selfish to do that at the time. I don't know. Like you said, best seats in your house. But hey, let that shit happen again. I'm fucking going this time.
Does lightning strike twice? I don't know.
Well, my dad won a trip to the Super Bowl when it was in Tampa, when it was the Steelers and the Cardinals. And he called me up on the phone and he said, Mike, I got great news. At work, I was number one. I won these tickets to the Super Bowl. And I'm thinking, wow, I'm finally going to go to a Super Bowl. Okay, this is great. He goes, I have a problem. I have 3 sons and I have other family members I'm sure would like to go. So I'm going to do this the fair way. And I'm thinking, yes, I'm the oldest. I'm going. You know? He said, so I'm going to take my grandson. So he took my son. He took Trey.
Oh, wow.
Good time. Yeah, it was a good time. It was good. So
cool. Anyway. Cool.
Yeah, it's tough. The Super Bowl ticket's hard to get. They're all the money. They hold all the wood.
Well, now the thing is, everybody's thinking that the Yankees are going to be back in the World Series. So, of course, all the people on my Facebook feed, Yankees. and they're shitting the bed right now against Houston.
Yeah, I haven't even followed I don't follow basketball anymore at all unless it's college. I don't follow. I follow hockey. I follow football, and I'll do fantasy baseball just to do it. But I don't follow as closely with any of those sports anymore, dude. I just don't. The football. If I wasn't making money on football each year, if I didn't do what I've done so far with football, I wouldn't even watch football anymore. I'd just watch hockey, dude.
Yeah.
I can't deal with the prima donnas. I can't deal with the kneeling. I can't deal with all the bullshit, dude.
Since the Spurs, lost their team, we haven't followed the Spurs at all or basketball at all. Past 2 or 3 years, don't even know here in Jacksonville that basketball's going on and the playoffs are going on. Who's won the national championship? I have not a clue.
Right.
Football here is kind of a joke here in Jacksonville.
Yes.
And the Giants were doing shit for the past few years.
They're coming this weekend to Jacksonville.
Yeah. And I won't be here. So yes, something's going on Sunday. What do we got going on Sunday? I don't know. Something's going. What the fuck am I doing Sunday? Something's happening Sunday, and I don't remember what it is. Tomorrow I have Orlando for the Clerks 3 movie, and then Sunday I don't even remember, but something's going on. And I haven't followed anything as far as baseball in decades. And I just found out sometime last week that the Yankees were in a wild card game. I started watching it. They were playing the Cleveland Indians, and now they're playing Houston. So I'm kind of following it a little bit, looking at the score online. But
the
really
last straw for me with baseball was last year when they took the All-Star game out of Georgia because they said the new voting laws were racist. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't. Wow. It comes to a point where it's not worth it, dude. It's like, I'm spending top dollar for everything, every step of the way, to park, to buy my kid a hot dog, to get the tickets. I mean, unless I was scoring free tickets, I wasn't going to stuff hardly, unless it was something super special, or a national championship or something like that. But yeah, dude, it's just, that shit is so expensive. I mean, just taking kids to the minor league game. I mean, I don't know, about all the ins and outs of that. But, when you take 4 kids to the ballpark nowadays, to a major league ballpark, you're spending a couple $100 minimum.
Yep.
Who can do that all the time on a steady? And then you're going to do things to piss off those people? Stop.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky that the minor league stadium here is named as the naming rights is where Brenda works. So
perfect. You get tickets all the time then. Perfect.
Yeah. We go whenever we can, whenever we want.
That's the Jumbo Shrimp, right?
Jumbo Shrimp, the 1-to-1 financial ballpark.
Nice.
She works for 1-to-1 financial.
All right.
So, yep.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I got people up there. They're talking about because the people I have up there at the dealership up there, 3 of them are brothers, and there's a couple other people there that I'm close with. Next year, because they're in 2 of my fantasy football leagues, and because they've relocated to Jacksonville the past couple of years, they've always had to do their stuff with me online. Like I would do a live draft with the local people here, and then I would let those 2 or 3 people participate online. And there's a program I have for all that, makes it seamless and fun and all that. And they're talking about next year about me going up there for one of the drafts and some of the people from down here getting online. So I might be making an appearance in Jacksonville next year, just before football season. So
yeah. I saw your brother had Jaguar tickets for sale. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he's a season ticket holder. He's got some good seats. He's doing all sorts of. He just got back from running the Chicago Marathon.
Yeah, no, that's why he sold tickets, because he was out of town.
Yeah. Right.
So, right. I forget who they played, and I was like, and then of course something's always going on with us. So
right,
I was like, yeah.
Well, we're about out of here on this one, dude. We're at the 2-minute mark. Any shout outs? I want to give a shout out to Gene again. I think we're good. What's his information? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah,
Yeah. We're good.
Wicked.
Fuck them.
That's such a Larry David thing, dude. That's
fuck them.
That's hilarious.
We love you, Gene.
I do want to give a shout out to my man Gino Losi, GINOLOSI. Look out for him on the socials. He'll put you on some monster fish here in Florida. Get with this guy. I'm telling you, do it. I am not a fisherman. He made me a fisherman. I brought in these monster fish. It was great. He told me what time, what day, and exactly where on the lake we would catch the fish. And we went to that time on that lake, on that spot, and I caught the fish. They were monster fish. I couldn't believe it. It was like nothing I've ever seen. So do that. Do yourself a favor. Check out my other friend, Dustin Levine, over at the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. They got a haunted house going on now. Depending on when you're watching this, go see a play. They do wonderful work there. Buy some advertising. Buy tickets for your staff and give them out to your staff. And check out my friend Knife Hand Stand over at Jet Set Printing for all your printing needs everywhere in the Central Florida area. They just do printing at Jet Set Printing, Knife Hand Stand, Jet Set Printing. Whew. I think I got it all out in time.
Right.
So 148, dude. 148 in the books.
Not a prime number.
No.
In case anyone's keeping score.
Keep an eye out on the merch page. Look for the Angry Santa merch coming soon because it's not quite Halloween yet. So we're going to put our Christmas shit out.
Yep. Bothmics.com.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Ciao.